Hello. So I'm going to pretend that I did this on a different day, but it's actually the same day. I'm going to read Mr. Grumble by Roger Hargreaves. What's happening?
Roger de Hargreaves.
Roger Hargreaves. If you collect all 46 Mr. Mem books, look what happened when you put them together. Am I Mr. Mem right? Does it do that? Does it say like...
Yeah, this is the fucking thing. I looked at what fucking Roger Hargreaves looked like.
And he looks like this!
No, he looks like a capitalist. And I think what you did... they're not really books.
What do you mean he looks like
they're
that?
like
Indoctrinations.
commodities and asset. They're like kind of like collectible items.
Oh, right.
Pretending to be books.
Yeah, because he's trying to get you to make a collection.
Yeah.
Oh, just like NFTs and stuff.
Yes, like NFTs.
That's why collections work, and I don't know why, they just do.
Yeah.
Mr. Grumble's name suited him well. Bah! He would grumble every morning when his alarm clock ran. It's the start of yet another horrible day. Look at his fucking face, man. That's so... He literally looks like he's listening to a fucking grindcore all day.
Yeah, that's fucking sick. It's a little bit like Rick. Not in a bad way.
Bah! He would groan every afternoon on his walk in the country. I hate the countryside. Why the fuck are you walking there? He loves to hate. He just loves to hate.
The country. Yeah,
he just loves to hate.
He loves it.
One day, just after he said this, somebody suddenly appeared by magic. Are we filming? We're filming. Okay. So somebody appeared by magic. Who could it be? It was a wizard. A wizard to whom, now he uses whom, Mr. Grumble had the nerve to say, "Bah! I hate wizards who suddenly appear by magic." "Really?" said the wizard. "Well, I don't like people who are constantly grumbling and moaning. I'll tell you what I do to people who have bad manners. I turn them into... little pigs."
Oh my god.
This is a bit like that Twilight Zone episode with the boy that like you have to be happy all the time,
You know, like,
otherwise he sends you to the rice fields into a Jack-in-the-Box or something.
Jesus.
It's fucking scary. Simpsons did one on it as well. So basically, it's like this boy, someone's son. He can just control everything, and he knows what's going on in this village, in this town at all times. And everybody has to be walking around like, "Oh yes, I'm happy." And then if they're not, or if they question it or anything, he turns them into a Jack-in-the-Box. And they're like bouncing around with this fucking head, and they're in like a wheat field.
Like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang style.
Maybe, yeah. The wizard disappeared, leaving behind him a very piggy-looking Mr. Grumble. He's more like a little sad guy now. Mr. Grumble was afraid that he might remain a pig for the rest of his life. That's heartbreaking. That's a little sad face.
That wizard's fucking fucked up, man.
That wizard has probably gone through some...
Hello, you have having some rough times. I am going to...
I'm just going to fuck you up.
I'm going to fuck you up.
Dickhead. 5 minutes later, by magic... Look at this! But 5 minutes later, by magic, of course...
By magic... Is that in brackets by any chance?
No, it's in like commas.
Oh, okay.
And by magic... of course, could you imagine? He changed back to his old self, and he's a little less grumpy than usual. He's a bit like...
Yeah. Fuck, man.
Sorry, Mr. Grumble, not Grumpy.
Mr.
Grumpy's a real...
I think this story raises similar questions to Mr. Silly, but in a different way.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Go on. Yeah.
It's a very flawed writer. He's crap. Is that what you're going to say?
Just to see where the story goes. I'll do my review at the end.
Alright. So he set off again, and he happened to pass Little Miss Fun's house.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Come in, she cried.
Little Miss Funk.
No, Fun.
Oh, fuck.
Little Miss Funk. "Come in, I'm having a party," she cried. That made him cry. Mr. Grumble went in, but when he heard Little Miss Fun's guests singing and laughing, he scowled. "Bah," he moaned, "I can't stand singing and laughing." He would have done better to just keep us quiet. Because the wizard appeared once more. "I see that my first lesson wasn't enough," he said. "And if I'm going to teach you to stop grumbling, groaning and moaning, I'll have to do more than turn you into a little pig. I'll have to turn you into a big pig." A big pig? This guy's pig destroyer all over, isn't he? Mr. Grumble did not like it one bit, man. Look at that shit. He's vexed. He's gonna be so. Little Miss Fun had a guest, however, found it very, very. They fucking found it well funny. Please begged Mr. Grumble. He's crying.
I feel like Mr. Grumble is like the only normal person.
I think, that's why I picked him out. I thought
he's a bit of a twat. But
it's a good contrast to Miss Silly.
He's literally like, I'm being fucking turned into a pig.
What am I supposed to feel?
What am I supposed to feel?
I think Mr. Wizard is the dickhead here.
Mr. Wizard's like just mutilating him whenever he wants, based on his ideas.
His own right. He's oppressing him, isn't he? With his own moral.
Like cheering on the mutilation. Jesus.
So please beg Mr. Grumble, crying. His fucking boys.
Yeah, crying is the weird. That's the wrong reaction. You kidding me? Beat the fuck.
Oh, you're crying.
Tell me back, you fucking.
So he turned back to normal. I promise that I will never grumble, groan, or moan ever again. Then he feebly wiggled his curly tail.
Ever again? He can't complain. This is like.
Not even about anything.
No, anything. Just tell him he's
conditioned. The fuck.
Yeah. This is what school does to you.
That's what school does to you.
Come on, enjoy assembly.
Don't be grumbly. You're not allowed to be upset.
Oh, don't be upset.
Upset is the wrong emotion.
Yes, it is always a bad emotion.
The wizard took pity. These are getting very philosophical.
It doesn't seem intentional though.
What, our reactions?
No, the philosophy behind it.
Right. No, but I mean what we're taking from it. But then again, we're saying that that Roger Hargreaves is like chatting shit and he fucking knows nothing. But maybe he's actually presenting this for a reason. Yeah.
Okay, go on. Yeah.
I just think it's quite funny how we're taking this reaction. So the wizard took pity on him and he changed him back to his old self, and the wizard disappeared again. Right?
Like took pity as.
Who does the wizard look like? He looks like a fucking bloke, doesn't he? A real character from the world.
He looks like
an actor or something.
Yeah. I don't know, yeah.
Well, Little Miss Fun jumped onto a table and pretended to be a clown. Little Miss Fun is like based, I think. Mr. Grumble was not amused. Bah! He snorted. I can't stand people who jump onto tables and pretend. It's so specific. Oh, I wish you didn't do that. Jumped on a table, pretended to be a clown. That's the one.
That happens too much.
That happens too much in my life. You can guess what happened next. He turned into an enormous pig.
Fuck.
An enormous pig whose face was.
That time, Mr. Grumble had it coming. Like he literally.
Yeah, that time he had it coming.
Yeah, he literally just heard.
At this point, he has no sympathy
like
from me.
43 times playing.
This time, just like that, he's got no sympathy from Mr. Sympathy now.
Oh, wow.
There's a movie, a Korean movie called it's called Sympathy. No, it's Mr. Vengeance. Sorry, no sympathy for Mr. Vengeance and Lady Vengeance. Fucking banging movies, man. Korean movies are sick. Enormous Pig whose face was red with embarrassment. Oink, wailed Mr. Grumble. Mournfully.
Mournfully is a weird word to use for a joke.
Yeah, no.
Oink, mournfully, like our days at
Okay, the title of this video is going to be Oink, wailed Mr. Grumble mournfully. That's so grown up. Then this enormous red-faced pig made a solemn promise. Never again will I grumble, groan, moan, or snort.
About anything.
Good, said the wizard. Suddenly, Mr. Wizard needs some Mr. like Sorcerer to fuck him up, don't you mean?
He needs to be knocked down. Like, who the fuck is this wizard?
Who does he think he is?
Who does he think? Is he like the dictator or something?
He's the boy in the Twilight Zone.
If anyone does anything that disagrees with his moral ideas, just the wizard pop in and say, "That's bad.
Yeah.
I can hold you to ransom."
Apparently does, man.
That's fucked up.
So Mr. Grumble changed back. Good, said the wizard, suddenly appearing once again, and Mr. Grumble changed back to his old self. Well, not exactly his old self, apparently. What's happened here? Oh, is he not? He's Mr. Not Grumpy. No, I can't just read Mr. Grumble and then have it end with Mr. Not Grumble. Mr. Silly was Mr. Silly. He was a new man, but he was extra silly.
But the thing is that it's the same kind of thing, because it refutes the whole idea of the book anyway, like this as well.
Oh, Mr. Wizard has rewritten the book, kind of, isn't he? He's fucking.
He's destroyed the present. Like,
yeah.
The whole point is that he is Mr. Grumble, and at the end, he isn't anymore. But Mr. Silly, you have.
He's still silly.
You base this whole idea the world is silly But then you realise at the end that actually it's normal.
Not being silly
they actually
is silly.
So the contest means nothing.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
It's not what you think it was, yeah.
Because, so it destroys
Well,
the whole world.
I can't say I'm enjoying these.
Well,
So look at that nice smile on his face. Amazing, isn't it? Yeah, amazing by Mr. fucking Wizard standards.
He looks like he's pumped up with drugs. He looks like
He doesn't look right, does he?
He doesn't look right. He's like
Here we got emotion. We got emotion. We have a man with a narrative and a fucking he's got a backstory and everything here.
He's holding in anguish. He knows if he ever makes a word of it, he's gonna turn into a pig.
Yeah, that's it. He's even got his hands behind his back.
He's like
Like,
nothing here.
Yeah, fucking awful.
Yeah,
so
this is scary.
Later, Mr. Grumble went home.
He's the victim.
And after and tired out after his exhausting day, fucking
Right on, yeah.
Probably had dreams about this. Like, he went straight to bed. He slept the whole night without once grumbling, groaning, moaning, or snorting, but not without. Oh, let me show you a picture of him in bed.
No, not without what?
Peaceful.
Not without what? Not without...
Can't fucking...
Not without... An oink? Not without what?
Not without snoring. It's just one word, snoring. Okay. You telling me this is the end of the book? What?
I guess it's...
Is it to say he's in deep sleep? He's snoring.
He gets to snore.
Yeah, he's
if it's anything more than a snore, then he gets
this. He gets wiped from existence.
Yeah. But he metaphorically did by having his entire character trait be wiped. I mean, now he's just a blank. He's a blank.
What do I call him now?
Yeah.
Mr. Post Grumble.
Mr. Post Grumble.
Mr. X Grumble.
What is your character trait?
Review.
What is your character? Okay, so I thought that Mr. Grumble, a bit like Mr. Silly, at least with Mr. Silly, it did raise an interesting question. With Mr. Grumble, his whole defining character trait that makes you interested gets destroyed. So that's interesting. So maybe that's just like a negative sort of trait. But I think the real worry is the wizard and the fact that he has the dictatorial power over this town or country or whatever. That means that he can just pop in and sort of just do these things without a committee, like, and Miss wait, and little Miss Fun and her little party of enablers.
Oh God, they just let it happen,
allowing this to happen. And we're meant to think that Mr. Grumble has to learn from his ways, from complaining. And good lord, it's all a bit scary.
It's a bit fucked, isn't it?